Mixed in with the hordes of R5 and Rally 2 cars at the front of the Beatson's Jim Clark Reivers rally were the top crews in both the Albon Garage Challengers and the G&M Mechanical Services two-wheel drives. The regular category competitors had the added wrinkle of Speyside winners David Bogie and John Rowan swapping polo power for their Escort Mark II. Three stages would make up the first loop, wet conditions drying as the loop progressed.
The bogeyman.
And it was that blue and white Escort that would lead. Despite finding wheel spin in almost every gear, Bogie and Rowan would lead by 19 seconds after three stages. Second, early on, Johnny Mackay and Rachel Matheson had endured a slightly frustrating morning, the Evo held up in stage 1 and catching the car in front in stage 2. Despite the delays, they were 21 seconds clear of a three-way battle for third place. And leading that battle, but only just, were local crew Kieran Renton and Kirsty Mackney. Their newly upgraded Impreza proving to be very good on its first outing, and Kieran was absolutely loving it.
Kieran Renton, another local man.
The Yellow Peril had just half a second on Gordon Morrison and Ian Parker's Mark II. Out on wet tyres, they were finding the rubber was overheating as things dried out, making life a real challenge. Also challenging for the Grey Escort was being chased down by Greg McKnight and Harry Marchbank. The Speyside two-wheel drive winners also struggling with their tyres, but were also delayed with an overshoot in stage 2. That left them 4.7 seconds back at the Midway service.
Wilson? Aye. Aye.
Ooh.
For those of you...
Oh, aye.
Oh.
Oh!
Already 25 seconds further back, David Wilson and Kyle Gordon had swapped their BMW Compact for a full-size M3. Loving the new car despite a bent front strut and early overshoot, they were 6th and just 5 seconds up on David Hardy and John McCulloch's big engine Mark II after 3 stages. The Blue Escort had started steadily in the wet and was 7 seconds clear of Rob Cotton and Ethan Kidd's Impreza. On their first SRC start, they modified the front wing on a chicane in SS1 and caught the car in front in SS2. The Cup Spec Subaru just 5.5 seconds ahead of Paddy Munro and Andrew Stevenson. Not known for loving tarmac, Paddy was actually one of the few drivers happy with the slippy conditions as it made it more like a gravel rally. Paddy and Andrew amusing themselves by playing tractor spotting as they toured the borders. Rounding out the top 10 at this point, Gordon Murray and Peter Carstairs also grabbed an early lead in the Haddo Energy Super Seniors. The big Escort's door looking slightly worse for wear after an argument with a bale in SS1.
Aye.
Four more stages would round out the day, more rain showers keeping things tricky. Wilson and Gordon's day would sadly end after an argument with a chicane. Moving into the top 10, it was an excellent Evo debut for Martin Erskine and Charles Blair. Running on gravel brakes kept things interesting, the pedal going soft towards the end of every stage. They ended the day just 2.5 seconds down on Murray and Carstairs. The Escort crew taking a second Super Seniors win of the season, despite a big moment on the last stage.
I didn't even turn right coming out of the house.
57. The Gordon Murray, the Peter Carstairs. Yes, another man.
Munro and Stevenson ended their day 20 seconds up the road in 8th, enjoying the challenge of wet tarmac. A minute up the road, the afternoon was much more successful for Cotton and Kidd, really enjoying the stages and taking the Groundwater Lift Trucks Subaru Cup win, along with the Star Drive Award. The Impreza finishing up just 18 seconds behind Hardy and McCulloch. The Escort crew excited for the next round in Argyll, where they took the two-wheel drive win in 2023. Renton and Machny's good run continued, the Impreza ending up third in the Challengers. It was also the start of a big week for Kieran, as he got married the following weekend. Almost a minute up the road, Morrison and Parker wrapped up a solid weekend with second in the Challengers and third two-wheel drive car home, 18 seconds down on McKnight and Marchbank. An excellent tyre choice for the afternoon allowed Greg and Harry to jump up the leaderboard to second in the two-wheel drives, taking a couple of stage wins over Bogey and Rowan's more modified car in the process.
But these guys, oh, Greg McKnight. You see the forend of that? Wonderful stuff.
In fact, their pace was so good, they ended just 1 second down on Mackay and Matheson. The interesting event continued for the Evo crew, involved in a bizarre incident where another competitor they had caught reversed into them at a hairpin. Despite all the issues, they were delighted with 10th overall and the Challengers win. But taking the two-wheel drive win, Bogey and Rowan were 39 seconds up the road. The afternoon was wild, out on slicks in the wet conditions. 9th overall was a good way to round out their pre-Donegal test.
Car 10 maybe, David.
Oh, oh, yeah, dancer.
There's a man on a mission.
Oh.